statement right here. I mean, he says it's all his fault.
This is not good for you, not good for you at all. Look at this. Written statement, Ed. Full written statement.
No, so maybe
here it is. He's saying it's you. So what's the deal? Do you want to take the blame for this, or you want to tell me what really happened?
Shut up! Listen, we did go ahead and sell those IDs to those kids. We just made sure that we weren't expecting to find out, all right? So, I mean, so yeah, we did it.
So whose idea was it?
It was both our ideas. It was more his idea, because I was just sitting in my room when he came in my room and was like, dude, you want to sell some IDs? So
it was Ed's idea?
It was definitely Ed's idea.
It was his printer?
For sure.
All right, so what I'm going to need you to do, I just need you to write that there, put it on a news statement, and sign it for me.
That's fine with me.
Okay. There you go. Is Ed's idea?
Ed's.
And it was Ed's printer?
Printer.
Okay, sign and date it down there.
Sign. Love, Damien.
You're smart. I'm going to go to the DA. I'm going to try and help him out, okay?
Thank you.
I'm going to try and get you some help.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for cooperating. Cut.
And cut. Be a lawyer. Now, it's actually important that you say these both together, so we're going to do it a third time. I am going to remain silent. I want to see a lawyer. And that's pretty much what Ed said. The key here is that if you just say, I'm going to remain silent, one thing happens. If you say, I'm going to remain silent, I want to see a lawyer, something else even better happens. And you can say, I'm going to remain silent anytime. It doesn't just apply when you're in jail. You can say this on the street or after you've been arrested, whatever you want. All this does is gets the cop to stop talking to you right now. They may come back in a little while, a reasonable time, and talk to you again, and again, and again. And they're going to keep trying to get you to talk. They're going to hold you in jail in the meantime, just trying to work at you, trying to get some information out of you. They cannot do that if you say, I want to see a lawyer. If you say, I'm going to remain silent and I want to see a lawyer, that is it. The officer is not allowed to talk to you again until your lawyer is present. So that's it. They can't come back to you again unless your lawyer's sitting there. Fortunately, it does not mean that they're going to go out and call your lawyer for you and send him over to the courthouse. That's your job. All this does is keeps them away from you. If you only say this, they can come back. If you say this, they can never come back. Scott was not allowed to go back and talk to Ed after he said that. That was it. Now, if Ed doesn't have a lot of money, he is entitled to a public defender in Colorado. If he does have enough money, it's his job to find a lawyer. They're going to let you call a lawyer. I recommend you write down the number of maybe Jason, or I see Mark's here now. These guys are both attorneys here in Boulder. It's a good thing to have attorney's number in your phone or in your wallet somewhere. This is just to get them away from you and to get the ball rolling. They can't do snitch, counter snitch back and forth anymore. Ed's just shut that door.
If you're not in Boulder, by the way, and you're looking for a good attorney, this is one place you can take a look. It ranks attorneys by peer reviews and how long they've been practicing and stuff like that. So if you're in a different place, it's sometimes hard to find a good attorney. So it's one resource, there's many others.
Can everyone see this?
It's called Martindale Hubbard. It's an online thing, and you can search, say, you need a criminal attorney or whatever, and really any kind of attorney.
So we call this snitch, counter snitch, and boy does it work. It works like a charm. It works because you're scared. In this scenario, you've already been in jail for hours. You don't know what's going to happen to you. You have cops making threats. It's a federal crime. You know you're going to get pounded in the ass. All this bad stuff's going to happen to you. You're scared. You just want to get the hell out of there. Also, people always think that they can talk their way out of trouble. That's not going to happen here. You've already been arrested. Everything you say from here on out is going to hurt you. The only words that should come out of your mouth are these two. Once you start talking, there goes your case. Now Jason's pissed at you because you're his client and you didn't assert your rights. This is what needs to happen. Also, if you're going to do risky things, which we of course do not advocate, but if you're going to do risky things with other people, you should make a pact, make a friendship pact, that if you guys get arrested, neither of you is going to snitch. The only reason why this worked is because these guys didn't know what the other guy was going to say. And in fact, we used a fake confession. We pretended like Ed confessed. Ed asserted his rights. He was a shining star. He didn't do anything wrong. That doesn't mean that I can't just say, oh, look at this confession from your buddy. He says you did it. Now, I know it can't be all your fault, so, you know, if you just tell me, you know, what he did, what you did, I'll go easy on you, I'll get you a deal with the DA. So, actually, let's talk about that. What went wrong here, aside from what I've already said? Did he read anything before he signed? No. Never sign anything when you're in jail.
Ever.
Ever. Even if you've read it, don't sign it. The only thing that you have to sign is like a traffic ticket, and it's a whole different thing. Do not sign anything once you're in jail. It's just, it could be real, it could be fake, you have no idea, there's no way to figure it out.
And by the time you're arrested, it is serious. It's not like, you know, you're not talking your way out of anything anymore. By the time you're arrested and you're in jail or you're detained, you're going to stay silent, you're not going to sign anything. You're not going to talk your way out of it.
Did you guys notice what was going on at the very beginning of the skit? What went wrong there when the two guys were together?
She admitted it.
You better believe those holding cells have audio and video recorders in them. They are listening to everything you say, including in the squad car. They often put suspects together in the car to let them talk it out so they can get all their evidence before they even have to do any of the hard work. These guys basically incriminated themselves right off the bat. We almost didn't need to talk to them anymore. They just made our job easier and easier and easier. So once you're arrested, your mouth is shut, I'm going to remain silent, I want to see a lawyer, don't open your mouth again. But like Scott mentioned, your rights, you know, if you flip them off, in our little light switch analogy, if you flip them off and you start talking, that doesn't mean that you're screwed. The cat's not out of the bag. At any point, you can say, oh, geez, I'm going to remain silent. I want to see a lawyer. So don't think that just because you screwed up one thing that you're totally done for. You can always reassert your rights. And that's what these guys could have done here. They already chatted it up in the holding cell. That was not good. Doesn't mean that when they're back in the separate rooms that they couldn't say this and protect themselves from there on out.
The opposite of that is true though as well. I mean, if you say this, and then, you know, they can hold you for quite a while sometimes. I mean, you know, it might be, especially over a long weekend, it could be 24 hours, it could be a while. And you might start thinking, what's going on? And a cop walks by and you say, hey, I want to talk to you, I want to, you know, I want some help here. You can also turn that light switch off. You know, he'll say, I can't talk to you, you already asked a lawyer. No, I'm done with that, I don't want to see a lawyer anymore, you know. You might be tempted to do that. I mean, these are stressful situations. Do not do that. You know, you got to keep this on at all times.
Who here thinks that the cop can negotiate your charges for you? Can the cop get a better deal for you? Who here thinks that the cop can get you a better deal? Or harder on you, they can't talk to the DA on your behalf. The DA is the only one who gets to make that decision. Your lawyer probably will be talking to the DA, but that's not up to you. You're going to remain silent, you want to see a lawyer, that is it. Those cops have no power as far as what's going to happen to you once you leave their little realm. And yeah, we already talked about the cops lie, fake confession, fake everything when it came to this guy, and the guy just rolled over on his friend, even though his friend didn't roll over on him. So snitch counter snitch works even if one person isn't playing ball. And I think we talked about before, the scare tactics, going to federal prison, you know, with rapists and gangbangers. No, you're going to be in county jail. Those people aren't in there, you know. You're going to be in there with DUI people and maybe some pedophiles, but probably not, you know. Like, don't let them trick you or scare you into giving away your rights. It's just not going to work out for you.
I mean, you guys notice, you know, you're going to see different types of cops. I mean, some officers are going to be in your face, angry, assertive. Other guys are going to be nice, you know. So I mean, that's the trickiest kind. You know, officers like, hey, I'm here to help you. This is it for you. Like, you take my help or you leave it. I mean, you got to remember. Again, you know, cops lie. That's when they're good. That's when it's the trickiest of all.